To keep Acme Auto's vehicle fleet in great shape, vehicles regularly go through maintenance. I want to show Acme's supervisors a breakdown of the current maintenance workload by status. This will visually display three statuses: requested, in progress, and paused. These three parts make up the whole of Acme's current maintenance workload. In this video, I'll configure a pie chart using Acme Auto's maintenance record type. Let's get started. First, I'll create an interface where I will build the pie chart. I'll name it AA Maintenance Status Pie Chart and give it a description so other developers know its purpose. Now that I have the interface, I'll head to the palette and go to the Charts components. If you hover over a component, you can see a preview of it and access its documentation. Since I want the pie chart component, I'll drag and drop it to the live view. Next, I'll head to the component configuration pane and start configuring the pie chart. I'll go to Label and change the default text to Maintenance by Status. For the data source, I'll select Record Type, then search for and choose the Acme Auto Maintenance Record Type. Next, I'm going to update the primary grouping, which determines which record field to group by. The current field is not what I want to group by, so I'll remove it and find the related Maintenance Status ID field. This field is related to the Maintenance Status record type that holds the status IDs and their associated status values. I'll choose the related Maintenance Status Value field. Now, the Maintenance Status values make up the parts of the pie chart. The Measure field determines the numerical value to display. I'll leave the Measure field set to Count of ID, so the value and size of each part is determined by the count or number of maintenance requests with a particular maintenance status. Remember, I only want to see statuses that make up the current maintenance work: requested, paused, and in progress status. To do this, I will use a filter. I'll click Filter Records, then Add Filter. For field, I'll choose Maintenance Status ID. For condition, in. And for the value, I'll use a constant that stores the IDs of the three status values I mentioned. Now this filter will only include records with requested, paused, or an in-progress status. The pie chart shows each of the statuses are pretty close in value. I'm going to configure the chart further to make the parts of this pie chart easier to read. By selecting Show Data Labels, I can see the count of each part. That helps to differentiate the proportion of these parts. Since the supervisors need to know the percentage, I'll select Show as Percentage. Nice! This chart is looking good and visually represents the breakdown of maintenance statuses that Acme's supervisors want to see. Within the component configuration pane, I can further configure this chart's data and how it's displayed to users.